Good morning, everybody. Brian Hoops here, Midwest Market Solutions, our Market Insider TV opening commentaries on Thursday, March the 15th. Thanks for joining us here this morning as we look at some headlines and features from the grain markets. We're 2 cents higher in the corn overnight, beans up nearly 10 cents. And soybean meal up about $3, seeing a little bit of spreading ahead of the NOPA crush report. And the wheat futures are stronger, curiously led by Minneapolis wheat, which ended at almost 4 cents higher overnight. And Kansas City, a couple cents gains in the night session. All right, looking at what's going on in the markets here this morning. We've got weekly corn sales, 102.6 million bushels for corn, great number there, with beans at 49.5 million bushels, wheat at only 8.1. NOPA crush report out at 11 o'clock Central Time. It's seen at 149.4 million bushels. That's an increase of nearly 5% over last year. So this would be a record for this time of year, and we do expect to see a big crush number in beans and meal supported going into that number. Once again, we had no private export sale announcements. So far this week, to recap, we had a couple sales of corn on Monday, and then an optional origin sale on Tuesday, and then no sales Wednesday or Thursday. So we've gone an entire week without any soybean private sale announcements. In the livestock trade, the cash trade occurred in the north, steady to $1 higher than what Tuesday's trade was at 128. And we saw 126, 127 traded on earlier in the week on Tuesday, but in northern trade a little bit better there, and 205 to 207, so that is going to be up $1 to $2 from the previous week. That gave us some strength, along with a lot of hedge lifting in the early morning hours of trade. We kind of failed by the end of the day, closing near the session lows, and we've done that a few other times in this April board over the last several weeks. We highlighted each and every one of those times in a previous Market Insider TV episode, one of our closing commentaries where we look at some charts. And so go back and check that out and see what history has told us that probably is going to happen with that cattle futures market here today. Hog weights were down slightly last week, 286.2 pounds compared to the prior week. We saw heavy spread trade in the hog markets. Summer months rallied sharply, and April under a lot of pressure, down nearly $1, so almost $2 in the spread. We're probably going to correct some of that spread here when we open up this morning, but I think kind of writings on the wall. April's going to remain under pressure. We've got very heavy hogs, and we're going to maybe see some sort of a rally attempt in those summer months. And if we can get back up in the mid-80s, it's going to look like some hedging opportunities. For the grains here today, we expect some early strength to start losing its steam in the soybean market until the NOPA crush numbers come out. We got to get to those NOPA numbers before anything really exciting happens. We're not going to see much in the way of any major down moves until we get those numbers past us and into the marketplace. Once again, they should be friendly. If you have any questions, contact any of our agents. They'd be glad to assist you. Brian Hoops for Midwest Market Solutions.